Maybe I should leave that in for a blooper. What's up, guys? Johnny Chase here, and welcome to day 22 of our VEDA challenge, VEDA, vlogging every day in April. And I know it's late. I'm sorry. I will explain myself. Saturday was a long day for me as I had to close one of the stores. And then immediately after that, we had you on game days where we were playing Use Your Words, which is like Jackbox Party games, but uses video clips from public domain movies, usually foreign films. It's actually just basically putting words in and, all that good stuff. It's really, really fun. If you guys haven't checked it out, it's like about like $15, $20 on PS4, Xbox One, PC, and I believe the Switch version is coming soon. Maybe even a Wii U version. I don't know. So let's check that out. We had a lot of fun on that, and obviously after doing that, I had no time to film a VEDA, so you get two today. So today's VEDA was actually going to be talking about, now for you guys who don't follow me for wrestling, we're going to be talking a little bit of wrestling right now. So, the now former lead SmackDown announcer, Mauro Ranallo, I guess I pronounced it right, and WWE have finally parted ways officially. Statements have been released by multiple parties, one with WWE, one with Mauro, and from JBL as well, because there was accusations, still unconfirmed, but still heavily implied. There's heavy bullying going on, which caused Mauro to fall into deep depression. He was diagnosed with, I think, bipolar disorder when he was at the age of 19, which can lead into depression. So it caused him to be in a bad state of mind, so he left. And he's just vowed he's just not coming back. He doesn't want to be in that environment. They did finally part ways. He wished him the best of luck in his future endeavors, which he already kind of took a pot shot at them a couple weeks ago or a week ago, I should say, doing an MMA fight. And he said, yes, I can finally say the word pro wrestling again, not sports entertainment, which has become the dirty word with the fans, but pro wrestling is the dirty word with WWE, all big thing. So he said that he's finally out of WWE, but JBL has nothing to do with it. And JBL has come up and said, there's been stuff going around, but yes, I have been a bully in the past, but that was considered ribbing, but, feelings now have to be taken in because it's now a class medical condition. And he said that if I did anything, I do apologize. WWE has said, we take a strong stance against bullying. I'm like, this all seems very suspicious. What is the real reason why he left? He's not saying. Here's what I'm thinking. There is some type of backstage goings on. There is some type of under the table settlement that maybe, and this is pure speculation, maybe someone in the WWE higher ups paid off Mauro to just quietly walk away, admit to that JBL did no wrongdoing, so that the hashtag Fire JBL trend would go down and people would stop chanting Fire Bradshaw at live events. We'll wait and see how that plays out because we still have SmackDown Live coming up this Tuesday. I'm thinking that's what's happening, and that he will never say the full story as to what's going on out of fear of being sued by WWE. So, do I believe that WWE is protecting JBL and paying Mauro under the table? Possibly. Because here's the thing. If these allegations against JBL were false, why were there no statements made by any of the ongoing parties in the coming weeks? This thing has been brewing for weeks and weeks and weeks, and no one addressed it. I mean, you would want to fire the flames of this very quickly. Like with Xavier Woods and when the sex tapes of Paige got leaked. What did they do? They didn't take him off TV. I mean, they did protect him a little bit by putting him in backstage segments pre-taped. But they did subtly hint at it. With Big E kind of looking at him going, so, anything you want to talk about? And Xavier Woods did make a little joke because he was, I guess, the gaming host or the actual host of the South by Southwest Awards with, oh my god, it's Firefox, I think is the name of the Twitch streamer. I don't know. It's OMG, it's Firefox. It might be one of the or OMG is Fox. I can't remember her name. Anyways, he made reference to, oh, make sure you delete all your stuff off Twitter. You know, get it out there. It's like, yes, I admit, I had sex with Paige on camera. Moving on. Let's never speak of it again. And that has quietly died down. Because, well, I mean, as far as Paige goes, Alberto Del Rio getting on Periscope and drunkenly disowning WWE and never going back, and then hearing her in the background go, "No, I still work there, baby. Don't say that." As I'm sure as all British people sound like. But anyways, yes, the Mauro situation. I honestly believe that there is some type of bullying going on, that JBL was responsible, and they quietly paid him to keep his mouth shut. You will never know. It's one of those stories that will go to people's graves, like Paul Heyman and his lucrative lawsuit winnings against WCW back in the early 90s, which he would never speak about. He says, like, we can talk about it, but we'll have to bleep a lot of stuff out because everyone in this room will get sued. So I'm not saying anything. I just said it was a large sum I got out of WCW. And probably what I feel is the biggest work of all. People call me crazy for saying this, but I wholeheartedly believe that the Montreal Screwjob was a complete work. A work quietly done in the back by Vince, Shawn, Brett, and possibly Triple H. I'm just saying that like this. Why something that was so embedded into real life, why keep talking about it all these years later? I mean, does Brian Pillman walking out of WCW going to Kevin Sullivan, "I respect you, Booker man"? That doesn't get that's a complete shoot. Why doesn't that get brought up a lot? I mean, screwing him out of the belt, like, you couldn't write that any better. I don't know. I think that's one of those things that they'll take it. Because, listen, okay, this is going to be a long one, but I'm going to explain to you guys my reasoning why I think Montreal Screwjob is a work. It is super convenient that a Canadian Film Board camera crew was on hand with Bret Hart for months leading up to Montreal. Isn't it convenient that this broadcast, this Bret Hart Wrestling with Shadows, the documentary about him leaving for WCW, happens around the same time as Montreal and all this, and like the negotiations going back and forth. Like, I mean, we've heard stories from Vince Russo and Jim Cornette and Shawn Michaels himself and Triple H and like everybody. Like I think they work the boys and they work creative to say, yeah, Brett's just hell-bent on not dropping the title. And I think he was going to drop the title. Like, he begrudgingly dropped the title to Shawn with that screw job. But, like, honestly, like, he was not going to drop it the next night. Like, I can't honestly think of anyone who has ever dropped the title because, like, just drop the titles. It's like, I'm not your champion anymore because I just chose to go to WCW. I don't think that's ever happened. Everyone's always done the job on the way out. Unless, Bret Hart is what he appears to be, is just, he's like Hogan, a massive cunt that doesn't want to put anyone over, build the business up. A lot of people give John Cena a lot of shit. But you know what? When the time is right, he will do a job to put somebody else over. I mean, look at this last little bit with him carrying the United States Championship, his run with AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, and so many other people. He's not a Hulk Hogan. People want to build him as a Hulk Hogan, but he's not. I'm going on a big tangent here. I need to stop this video before it goes any longer. So, guys, thank you guys so much for watching vlog number 22 in our VEDA, and we'll see you in a little bit for day 23.